channel. Aló, aló. Yes, good evening and welcome to Jfsc Present 40 Plus Season 4. This is going to be match number 2 and it's going to be the battle of pink versus red. It's the team which is known for having a set of players playing together for a long time against a team which is promising to do very well. The team in red versus the team in pink. Team in pink. So many familiar figures, I've seen them playing all around. Abhishek was slated, actually he went in, but Niket on the non-striker recent is a fabulous batter, and also is Ankit. So prolific batters up front that went down the leg side. In fact, that pressed the pad, that is what the umpire indicates. Umpire Marutu Shetty, man from Bhandup, or MCM panel umpire, also a certified coach. And cricket has been his passion, that is what he says. And the passion which drives them to the cricketing ground. So many people associated with getting you these pictures, also helping you to play the game. Umpires, the scorers, commentators, broadcasters, managers, so many people. Oh, that is beautifully driven. Full-blooded drive, the first boundary of the evening. So I have with me someone who is really special when it comes to cricket. He calls himself as he said, occasional bowler and a batsman. For me, he's a very smart operating off-break bowler, and he has his teams in different leagues all over Mumbai, calling in the marshals. Actually, he has played in different grounds all over Mumbai. Also, he is a fantastic. He has a gift of gab, of course. Also, he is the one who has rich vocabulary and also great knowledge of the game. Oh, that's beautifully done. The ball might have just brushed off stump on the non-strikers and goes for 2 boundaries. One into the covers, one straight down the ground. I have seen Niket play, but Ankit also is a special player. What do you have to say? Welcome to someone who is really involved with the game, someone you know from just the last year when he played. We had a sponsor in one of our tournaments, and it was like Marshalls in number 1 wall covering company, and I said, is it really a number 1 wall covering company? When I just search and browse, it is in fact one of it, and it is the number 1 wall covering company. Take into he went for a big one. So cover drive, then one down the ground and one pull. What do you have to say? Welcome.
Thank you so much for the free publicity for Marshalls. But I think it's a good game. New season चालू होके भी ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं हुआ है. We are in December and it's a good climate actually to play in. Surprisingly, Bombay थोड़ा cool है, and great time to be actually playing a game of cricket. And here we are at the Khalsa Cricket Ground playing. Another nice shot by Ankit. Was a little squared up, but he still found the gap on the leg. A very nice shot on the leg. That's his prowess. Anything short, if he gets it, he's just going to go for it. He's a no holds barred guy. I think अगर वो 6 ओवर वहाँ टिक गए तो his ace will be somewhere around 80-90 runs minimum. So a key man for ace with his striking abilities.
Yeah, absolutely. Ankit means someone who makes his mark. Right now, he's making his mark against his opposite number, Ankit again. But what I've seen little of Ankit, he may have been hit for 3 boundaries, but look at the pace, look at the height, all the ingredients. Almost looks like a young 20 like plus year old man. And you doubt some of their, I would say, credentials of being 40 plus. Ankit might be just 41, 42, not more than that, because he seems like a person in his maybe early 30s, not more than that. And the pace with which he's bowling, because of the nature of the ground, the dimensions of the ground where the outfield is very quick, Ankit may have been punished for 3 boundaries, but he might be the one who might take the first wicket as well. And that's another 4-2 test. Maybe was it off the bat? Otherwise it won't go that far with that kind of the parabola, which was actually, yeah, it is off the pad and the ball lobbed up generously. The score at the end of, in fact, there is a delivery left. So what do you have to say? When I spoke to your teammates, no, 1 ball, yeah, we'll carry on, there is no ad. When I spoke to one of your teammates, actually Ankit Zaveri, Abhishek Zaveri. I just asked him. I've seen him after 2 years, and he says, "What drives you here?" I said, "This set of players, this set of friends, which I am. It's my family. Actually, it is more than cricket. This is the set of friends I would love to be in. This is one of the best times in my life where I spend that part. Generally, what is life? What is life when you give you someone's time, that is, you're giving a part of your life. So these guys are enjoying each other's company at 40 plus. These guys are again back at those 10-12-year-olds friendships to playing together again.
Yeah, of course. The whole point of playing this amateur cricket league is, build connections, build social connects. Some of us have been playing together for more than 5 years. So it's a great bond and relationship that we all have established. And like you rightly said, cricket is more a bonding point, a more a social point, where you come, you spend nearly 5 hours on the ground together. So it's important that whomever you are playing with, you have a good rapport with them, you have a good friendship with them, and then that shows also on the field, the camaraderie.
Yes, absolutely. I've seen so many of this guy, Rishi Mapar. I've seen him playing so many times, and they take every game absolutely seriously. They do have fun, but they take every game quite seriously. They love to win. That's beautifully bolded. Came in with the arm, and people like Anish. What do you have to say about it? Anish, look at him. The way they move, they do not actually show any signs these guys are 40 plus. Look at the body language, and almost like some teenagers moving with a lot of style and panache. Look at him just coming into it, bowling. Definitely has to be 45 plus. That is very well bowled. But Niket, he is special. I've seen him playing, and it's just shown how good he is. It's not an easy shot where the ball is moving. The previous ball came in. This one was actually pitched up, and it was beautifully dealt with. Actually, when you can play shots like that in covers, you can play most of the shots. What do you have to say about Niket and Ankit? Like, if you have an option of having only one in your team, whom would you pick?
I think Niket is a terrific player. He has at Khalsa actually hit at least 3 or 4 centuries. I've been in person, seen one of them, and so he's a terrific knock. Again, he starts a bit slow, but as his innings progresses, he will tend to go maybe after 40 balls, he will go berserk. So he may start a bit slow, but he can cover it up, and as his innings progresses. Ankit, on the other hand, is bang bang from ball one, and that's what he's already shown in the first 10 balls which have been bowled so far. I think the Khalsa ground is such that it's quite small, especially on one side. So as a bowler, the important is not to get disheartened, even if you go for a four, because here even sometimes just a well defended ball can also go for a four. So that's the thing about Khalsa. So as a bowler, you just need to keep your chin up, keep bowling in the right areas, and you will strike sometime or the other. And of course, there is also a lot of spin on this wicket. Khalsa, if you can see on this ground, it's quite brown pitch, or brown होने के कारण the spin on this wicket is quite good. If the bowler bowls in the right areas as a spinner, it's more helpful. Of course, the dimensions are against you, so you have to be smart enough where you bowl to get the right purchase from this wicket.
Yeah, so many factors actually when you play together. Do you guys discuss any time, because most of you guys would be busy in your personal work, professional work, making a lot of money, which you people already have. But do you guys discuss before a match? Do you get a common time where you can discuss about the match before a start of the tournament, or is it at the end of one tournament? Say one tournament you're playing at a Sumaya ground, or maybe at Fatima ground, you plan for something which is coming up at this brand, or the WhatsApp group plays a part?
I think simultaneously we as a group are playing nearly sometimes even 4 to 5 tournaments simultaneously. So it's actually left to the captain of the team, like Abhishek is leading the team. He knows us inside out. So it's as a team, you trust the captain to do the right things because he knows the players very well. So he knows how and where to put the people in terms of batting order, bowling. Of course, when things don't go well after the match, you also analyze things which have not gone well, and then of course point it out, and then hopefully in the next matches or the sequence of matches you correct the things and get things done. And in the meantime, the umpire has signaled a no ball because I think there was one extra fielder outside the 30-yard. Instead of two, there were three. So a gift to ace by the Richmond team.
Yes, just after Diwali and just before Christmas. So the gift would be accepted with no hands, money and runs, whichever way they come, they are most welcome. Especially when you get a second opportunity, and the fields can't change. Actually, one player has to be brought in, but still, the bowler has a point of contention. What he says is, you may have given your no, but Sumit is the one who would stand his ground. As an umpire, I love this man because he is the one who will make clear decisions. If he makes a decision, he stands by it. That is what is more important in cricket and in life, your clarity. If you are firm on what you feel and if it is correct, you need to stand by it. Not that does not mean being rigid or something, but if you believe something is right and it has to be enforced, it has to be enforced. As an umpire, you have every right to deal with, because they are the ones who are in charge of things, and these guys, people playing with you don't need some special things. They need a good ground, a good wicket, and two good umpires. That is the only thing they need. And then the last ball is penalized. So very often it happens. It actually has gone on to the third floor of the neighboring building. And look at the bowler. Every right to feel bad about it. That has gone a mile. Is there any match in which you people were so close to winning, and so crucial match, it was maybe a semi-final or a final, where you were almost certain to win and you lost because of some real harakiri, and you had a big debate after that, almost people coming to like blows or being in disagreement or something like that? Has it happened any time in the last 1 or 2 years within your team?
I think with Ace also is that it has happened. It has happened in the teams which we play for. Last year it happened in not against another brilliant shot by Niket. Off is his strength, and they are feeding him outside off, and he is gleefully accepting all those full deliveries and really scoring big boundaries right now. Yeah, so I mean, luckily I've not been on the the bad part of it or the losing part of it. I've been on the positive part of it. I remember one game last year, Jfsc, we were playing I think the diamond, the gold cup final semis, and our team was down. We just needed 99 to win. I had a good outing as a bowler. Batting, we lost I think 6 wickets for some 30. We took it up to we were 25 runs short, and 1 wicket left and 12 balls to go, or rather 28 runs to get, and last wicket left and 12 balls to go, and we finished the match with 3 balls to spare. And the opposition team was left shell shocked because they did not expect the last pair to hit 28 runs in just 9 balls. So it was an incredible effort. A couple of players who really did a great job there, especially Meghal from our school, who did a fantastic job and hit those. I think from 28 he must have hit 24 of those. So it was great. And I mean, you love the sport, you play the game, and such close finishes, and I've been part of many of them. Make you feel alive, make you feel fall in love with the game of cricket again and again, and that's what keeps your heart pumping. All the exciting games, and sometimes when you have a bad game or when a close game, when you lose, you also have a sleepless night. Even though we play at an amateur level, जब कभी हारते हैं ना, तो that especially a very close match, you still feel very bad, and you still at night you keep thinking, if this person would have done this, if I would have done this, maybe we could have won. So lots of ifs and buts, even though we play as an amateur level, but all the people playing are extremely serious, even though we have so much super fun, but extremely focused and serious at what we are doing.
Absolutely. Right now, everything has been going towards the batting side. The bat is now right now like the dominant part. But cricket is a game of bat and ball. I strongly feel there is a wicket somewhere around the corner. Last maybe 2-3 balls, he has played and missed. Maybe almost got run out on this. Niket has to take care of this phase now. Ankit might just strike. Oh, that's good bowling. So this is what is more important. Those small clusters of good work which you do, that is what is it. Those quantums of good work which you do actually defines what is going to happen next. Do you feel this man? This look at Ankit, look at his fitness maybe, and see, almost looks like somebody in early 30s, not more than that, and he's bowled well. Even the bowler who bowled all the 1 to 3 overs, they had some special ability. Someone was able to swing. If he pitches this one up, he might be. He pitches it up, but that's beautifully driven. What a shot that is! And Niket, last couple of balls he was kept quiet, but you were actually, it was expected. Ankit is the one who actually gets away with the scoring. He is the one who is the aggressor, or the one who hits with the strike rate of 200. It is the other way around today. Things have changed.
Yeah, as I said, Khalsa ground brings more confidence to the batsman. उसको लगता है कि वो थोड़ा भी aggressive हो तो they'll get full value for that aggression. So I think that also plays a big part in terms of the psychology of the psyche of the batsmen, how they are batting in a smaller ground. But that's what makes Khalsa also very special. Either there is no score which you cannot chase, and again, even if you score 220, you still doubt whether you can defend it if the batting the opposition batting is also strong. So it's a ground which keeps you on tenter hooks right from ball 1 till the 20th over. I think what the bowling team is now done better in the 4th over now is उन्होंने अपनी length थोड़ी pull back की है. I think bowling full on these pitches is a bit of a gift. So they have pulled back the length because there is something in the pitch. The ball is a bit stopping and coming. So the more you put the ball on the pitch, the chances are it may do something which will hamper the free flowing bat of the batsman. And so that's what Ankit does. He steps down, tries to take it on the full. Good idea. Unfortunately, it went straight to the fielder for just 1 run. But I think that's what he's realized, that if the ball is a bit short of length, he needs to make the effort of going down so that he can take it on the rise itself.
Yeah, Richmond, do you know any of these players? Like, you may have played against them. Any of these team members, maybe batters or bowlers, whom you think can be a threat to you? I've seen some couple of bowlers who are bowling really well. They have not been rewarded. That wicket is something which actually can get them going. Right now, 41, both the teams would be satisfied, especially on this ground with those kind of dimensions. And it's evenly bad. Maybe 60-40 on the pinker side, on the side of the team batting. But still, yeah, look at his action. Oh my God, something which you can pardon in a 40+ game. And the ball swirls around when actually every time the ball is hit behind point, because the batsman himself is not in control, and the ball also loses the control. It swirls around, and maybe 10 years back he would have stopped it with a lot of ease, and nothing to get embarrassed about. Even if you make a small mistake, the best part about 40+, see, bowler's not happy. He expects a bit more from his mate, and that is what he said. This body language clearly suggesting that a better effort is expected. And he's bowling the right, more like last few overs. Oh my God, I would not like to see the bowler's face now. Absolutely aghast he would be. See, when things go really wrong against you, when you have already expressed your displeasure, something like this happens, it is like killing you. What do you feel about it?
Well, I have faced many occasions where the fielders misfield, and when you see the analysis at the end of the match, ki 4 over 50 runs, nobody sees how many misfields led to 20 of those 50 runs. So as a bowler, of course, you have all the rights in the world to get angry with fielders, And what it also does is it releases the pressure from the batsman who must be feeling under the pump, not getting runs, and then you suddenly have gifts of 4, and now you see now he's hitting the ball into the gap as well, because he also has that confidence कि अगर मैं जोर की मारूं, there's always chances that a fielder might misfield. So not great fielding from Richmond. I think everybody wants to have standards of good fielding. Not good for the bowler's morale as well, because you feel upset, and then you, instead of thinking about what you're going to bowl, you start thinking other things. But at the same time, he's got the wicket, so I think his fielders made him angry enough to get the wicket.
Absolutely, he's not depending on anyone. It's just kept quiet. He understood there's no help coming from his mates. So, and what a ball it was actually. And generally, when I just had a feeling there is no justice in this world. God does not give you, like, first ball, it had to be a single. Second ball was supposed to be no run at all. 2 boundaries. Then again a ball which beat the batsman completely. He was actually flummoxed. It was not an educated. It was actually an edge which he was not able to control the ball. 3 boundaries. And immediately where you feel that like some things are going against you, there is some divine intervention. That was some divine intervention. And Ankit is out. Ankit is out from a beautiful incoming delivery. But one man who has not been in best of the forms, but he loves his batting. He loves his batting, and you would see him almost on every ground all around Mumbai. He is someone who is made his name in his professional life. It's also and someone who has commanded respect from all the players. What do you have to say about Abhishek Zaveri? How close are you to him, and how do you like maybe of the same age maybe, and how long have you been knowing each other?
I think we both are also MCA, BKC friends, members. So known him for I think now nearly 7-8 years. We've been playing regularly together for the last 4 years. So yeah, I mean he is. I mean any cricket tournament, and his hand goes up first. He is extremely passionate about what about cricket. I think if he had the chance of leaving it all and just playing cricket throughout the day, I think he would have done it. So I think great character, very friendly, amiable, and a good leader as well. So all in all, a good. I mean, we look at more good human beings here than just cricketers. So I think that's what he is right now.
Yes, absolutely. Like you were looking at the watch. I know every minute of you actually accounts for. Does it happen that you have a very bad meeting or something? You had a very heated discussion at your workplace, and you have to play a very important match. You come with all something which has not been as per your plans, which has happened at your workplace. Does that affect when you come and play cricket over here? Has it happened anytime?
Well, yeah, cricket is our second line, right, and not the first line. So of course it does happen. We all are working, and sometimes it spills over onto the cricket field as well. But I think most of us keep our emotions in check, and the emotion for cricket is higher than anything else, and that's what we love, and that's what we enjoy the most. The score right now 5 overs 53 for 1, so it's 10 runs per over, which is quite decent. Like I said, in Khalsa it doesn't matter first 6 overs 30 yards or no, because the ground is small. You can accelerate at any point of time. That is not an issue. Amazing fielding there and a direct throw, but I think Abhishek with his long legs was able to cover the distance in a jiffy and without any issues. So yeah, he's at 1 down at number 3. Let's see whether he can continue the aggression which Ankit showed in the first 5 overs, and of course supported by Niket on the other end, because it's important to keep the momentum going and not slow down when the wicket falls. Like the old Australian teams, or like the new India team led by Rohit Sharma, which believes that you have to keep going whatever the wicket falls. But I think Abhishek is trying to hit, not yet connecting. He's still not got used to the pace of the wicket. It's a bit slow, it's a bit low, So I think give him some balls. He maybe you just need one good hit, and the confidence, everything comes back.
Well, that is what he was saying. He said, yeah, he's not in the grade. Thank you so much for being a part of this. You know, a man who actually owns a big company. Thank you so much for your valuable time. You won't be paid for it, unfortunately, Karan. But thank you so much, Karan. He's someone who has written a book. Someone who is been an author of couple of books. One of one. Oh, what a shot into the covers! Oh, brilliantly held by Ankit. That was a screamer that had 4 runs written all over it, and Ankit takes a fantastic catch. Look at the smile on that man's face. Almost looks like a college going engineering kid, or the person doing a medical or something. Young man taking a brilliant catch. Look at those faces. Oh, Richmond would be highly enriched with that fall of wicket. Abhishek, unfortunately, not his day today. Would be really disappointed with the start which he got. Take my word, this man can come back, and he's a contributor. He generally plays, he stays there for 16 17 overs and makes those big half centuries. Today, unfortunately, wasn't his day. 54 for 3, the run rate almost 10 runs per over. Things can change after this, but the best part is Niket looks in great touch. Niket looks in great touch, and he can be the one who can take them to a bigger score. Neeraj and Abhishek almost are synonymous with each other. These two guys, everywhere you go, they are together. That kind of friendship these guys have. They play for the same dad's team. I think the kids are in the same school. They play together in different tournaments. You cannot separate these two guys. .54 for 2. The Karan Sharma was here. Karan has written a book. Sometimes it happens. Yes, would love to read the book anytime. I'll just ask for a copy from him. Oh, that is nicely played. Straight to the fielder. The same Ankit. He comes in way. Of course, the CEO of Marshalls, the wall covering company. 54 for 2, couple of balls remaining. Expect another boundary being hit in the next 2 overs, or Anish might pick another wicket. Look at his figure, simply outstanding. 6 runs and a wicket. But that's beautifully played. Right of the middle of the bat, but nicely bowled Anish. Meanwhile, all others have gone for runs. Anish has been the one who has given less runs and also has picked a wicket. The last ball of Anish's over. The last ball of the power play. Neeraj Bajaj. Will he start off with the boundary? Oh, that's nicely bowled. The wicket. The ball just stopped. The score at the end of 6 overs is 9 runs per over. 54 for the loss of 2 wickets. So we had Karan Sharma here. Karan Sharma is a very good off spinner, also a contributor with the bat in his hand. Loves to play cricket. Ace Cricket Club versus Richmond. So Ace Cricket Club, 54 for the loss of 2 wickets. Anish it is. 54 for 2. Well, that's nicely bowled. Rohan, he got that wicket after big hit for 3 boundaries, 2 misfields, and after that he got a wicket. Niket is the only batter who has looked in control, and it may be a small ground, but the wicket is not that easy. It's turning. That's what Karan rightly read the wicket, slightly stopping, so that would just be in favor of the bowlers as well. Niket 25 of 16. Neeraj Bajaj yet to get off the mark. He just checked his shot straight to the fielder and they steal a single. Neeraj Bajaj which come on strike. There are so many good players also in the team. Umaid's there. So many other players who can contribute. It can be big hitters. And the idea is to go for runs. Do not get stuck. Try and go for your shots. Neeraj Bajaj. No, that's not going to be easy because the ball is moving. It's moving, doing something in air, doing a bit off the wicket as well. Played with soft hands. .55 for 2, couple of balls remaining. Now that's cracked through the covers. No one's going to stop that one. That had some strong line. Neeraj Bajaj gets off the mark with a crisp cover drive. And the score moves on to 59 with that. Beautifully driven all along the carpet. Some awkward bounce, not allowing Ankit to get underneath it. The score 59 for 2. Neeraj Bajaj gets off the mark with a boundary. And that's well played against a bowler who has been bowling really well. That's on one of the back foot. And the ball swirled around. They take a single. The score moves on to 60 at the end of 7 overs. Richmond, very good to see. Nice set of players with great combination. People, I think some of them 40 plus, some of them 45 plus, some of them even close to 50. And the older they are, the richer they are in experience, the better they are in understanding the game, and they are the ones who actually perform better than the people who are slightly younger than them. A 41 or a 42-year-old is almost like a teenager playing in a normal cricketing game, like a 17 or a 16-year-old. The guys, those who have just reached 41, are almost like the youngsters, 19, 20 years old in a team, in a 40 plus tournament. Now the score is 60 for 2. The supreme fitness. All these guys, cricket is the major factor for keeping them fit, making them look young. These factors. One of the most important factor in their life. It is the part of their life. People say people are passionate about cricket. People are mad about cricket. It's actually beyond that. It is a part of their life. And a leg spinner, Prathamesh, man from Bandra, I think he is. Prathamesh Parley, is it? Yes, it is. I saw him playing in one of those tournaments over there. He was taken for a lot of runs. When they played the final match over there, and in his couple of overs, but when he came back with the bat in hand, he gave it back with interest and they won the match on his own. The leg spinner would love this wicket over here. Vociferous appeal, umpires unmoved. The bowler was confident, the wicket keeper wasn't that confident. He decided to join in with his mate. And Sumit, very difficult to deceive him. Sumit, of course, superb umpire, the man from the pharma industry, Prathamesh Parley. He's turning the ball a mile. He will love this wicket, and his leg spinners, he has put the ball in the right areas, not pitched it up. Yeah, he's got the length right on this wicket. If you pitch it up, you are going to travel. That is what Karan nicely observed. That's the best observation one can ever make. If you try and pitch the ball up, you'll be in trouble. That does not mean you can drop short. So very fine margin. You need to be like pitching it slightly ahead of that good length, and keeping it away from that half volley length, and also not bowling it short. Very little margin. Yes, a wide. Leg spinners controls very important. At times a bigger turn can also be something which goes against you. Problem with Prathamesh is he does not have that variety with him. Does he have the ball which comes straight in? Well, that's a chance. Prathamesh Parle gets a big wicket of Neeraj Bajaj. That's the third wicket down. 63 for the loss of 3 wickets. Prathamesh Parle strikes gold. He gets wicket of Neeraj Bajaj, who could have been really dangerous. Both the brothers are out. Abhishek and Neeraj. I've seen him playing together almost on every occasion. If there is Abhishek, there is Neeraj. If there is Neeraj, there is Abhishek. Both of them back in hut. Prashant comes in, has a vigil all around, the left-hander. Ace Cricket Club, ACC. He wanted to hit it, that was there to be hit. The idea was right. Even if it was a first ball, if it is there to be hit, it has to be hit. It came slightly slow. That is the reason he wasn't able to dispatch it. 63 for 3, the last ball of the 8th over. That's beautifully done. That has to be a boundary. It's a boundary. A short boundary. The left-hander coming in the right idea gets a boundary. 67 for 3 at the end of 8 overs. They need big score on this ground. You cannot drop your guard. Even if you lose a wicket, you need to go for your runs. 67 for 3 at the end of 8 overs. The score is, run rate is around 8.3 runs per over. Yes, 8.38 to be precise. Prathamesh Parle striking gold in his very first over. Everything went in the first 3 overs for the batters, and it was the first wicket. And after that, a couple of wickets. Abhishek getting out, then Neeraj Bajaj following him. Niket is still there. Niket has been quiet in for some time now. Niket was 25 of 10 balls. In the last 4 balls, he has scored 2 runs. So, amongst all that, he needs to come back again and find his hitting form. That's nicely bowled. Just doing the basics right, Abhishek. Keeping it straight and keeping simple, do not giving the room, cramping the batsman, that small degree of turn which he gets. Idea is to just cramp the batsman, no, don't give them that leverage to swing the bat. That's way too wide. Niket, he's on 27 of 20, 68 for 3. That's turned away beautifully. Oh, that's beautifully run. Oh, and he's given him. The bat was in air, the direct throw. Look at that. That will make him really happy. That was super stuff. He was with an angle of 50 to 60 degrees, and the man who hit that boundary in the previous over of the last ball has to depart. That was a risky single, and he had to pay for it. That's catastrophic for them. 4th wicket down. There is Rishi Mapara in the team, again an all-rounder, a crisis man. Every time there is a collapse, Rishi comes in. Yes, absolutely, he is the man who is slated to coming next. He is the one ideal for this situation. He is the one who can stop that collapse, also take his time and explode after some time, and has a very strong technique. Rishi, he comes in at the fall of that run out. Yes, he is the next man in. Rishi. Rishi is more of a bowling all-rounder. He has a very strong batting technique, but not the aggressor. He would play more like a traditional one-day cricket player. He is not going to murder bowling, playing some rash shots, playing some muscular shots. He'll play proper cricketing shots and be aggressive with that. Right now, he has to time to resurrect, but in a T20 game, it's a double-edged sword. You cannot rest on or just try and preserve your wickets. You need to score runs quickly as well. You would be rather 165 all out, 170 all out in 18 overs than to be like scoring 150 for 6 or 160 for 6 at the end of 20 overs. So getting runs would be a priority in the process. Even if you lose all the wickets, that's fine, but this is a very delicate situation where if they lose a couple of wickets, they would be in a lot of difficulty. So you need to take care of your wickets, but the run rate, which has been slightly falling behind now, it has to be taken care of. Inversely, they would be having a feeling that after every 6th or 4th over, you will have the ends change where the right hand batsman will have a shorter boundary from this side. The other side, I would actually. Rishi Mapara comes in. Abhishek, eventful over, one good ball, then there was the wide, then the run out. That's nicely done. Another similar kind of shot, similar type. They decided to go against the run this time, learning from the mistakes. They took a chance against the player at short fine leg the previous occasion, and the batsman was caught short. That is what Rishi will do. Oh, that's great stop. A single that will take the score to 69. Niket has to take charge of the batting here. He needs to take charge of run scoring. He needs to take charge of preserving the wicket and also being the aggressor. Allow the batsman at the other end to play and settle himself down. He is the one who needs to take the scoring ahead. Just trying to play out the middle phase. Instead, he should be the one trying to looking out for some boundaries, so that the batsmen at the other end absolutely have no pressure. They just have to deal with a few balls, and as they settle in, they can go for the shots. 70 for 4. The scoring has not been that bad. It is that they have lost 2 wickets too many. That is cracked. Oh, it went through. 74 for 4. It had some weight underneath, and that's what Rishi will do. He'll play proper orthodox cricketing shots, and it went through him. The short boundary, very difficult to stop them. It is a bigger part of the boundary there actually for a left-hander on the offside. Prathamesh. Would love to see Prathamesh versus Rishi. Rishi might punish Prathamesh's bowling. I have seen Rishi playing from last 3-4 years. He was the one who used to play normal cricket, take singles, and then find an occasional boundary. He's a different Rishi now. You can be the aggressive, and on this ground you need to play like that. Your first priority has to be a sixer or a boundary. Then if you don't get that, you get a single. If still that's not possible, play and defend the ball. That is how you think. Normally in a game you try and play safely for a single, then you find a bad ball, hit for a boundary. It is the other way here on this ground. Oh, that's a beauty. He has got his length right. The leg spinner, every time they get their length right, and if they are in rhythm, they are almost the one who will make you dance on their tunes. But if you're patient against Prathamesh will give you a couple of balls on which you can hit boundaries. But he would love this wicket. He would love this wicket. That is assisting his kind of bowling. It has that tennis ball kind of bounce. It is slightly slow, but leg spinners do like some pace on it. Reason he is just pushing the ball and trying to put some weight behind the ball, trying to bowl it quickly, and that is helping him. That's nicely done. That's a boundary. That is how you should approach him. Prathamesh will give you that. Prathamesh will give you at least 1 or 2 bad ball. And that's the first bad ball in his 7 balls which he has bowled. He should be concentrating on the strength, its length, which was the key. The previous ball was an absolute jaffer. The next one, he dished it out to him. But still the ball was in air. That is what Prathamesh would argue. That's nicely bowled. That's the length I am talking about on this ground for him. Don't give width to him. And if you try and bowl in that length, more often than not, you will be successful and you might get a few wickets. And you should have that variety of where you have a quicker one going straight through. Oh, the leg spinner against lefty would be something interesting to watch. Rishi can hit on both sides of the wicket. Rishi Mapara. He tried that variety against him, bowled that quicker one. $80 for 4 last 2 balls. So run rate has been taken care of because of a flurry of boundaries, and 8 runs per over is not bad. Just 2 wickets too many. They can add 100 runs to the total. More than that maybe. 80 for 4 in 9.5. They understand the ground, they understand the ground dimension, they understand the history of this ground where even 220 is not sufficient. That's the reason they are going for 200. And still 200 from here is possible. The next 6 overs might decide the fate of this match. This score can go from 80, it can go to 160 in the next 6 overs. The score at the end of the first half of the second match of Jfsc Presents 40 plus season 4 is 81 for the loss of 4 wickets. You might just see the score being doubled in the next 6-7 overs. So it's gonna be Niket, 34 of 27. That was width on offer. That had to be punished. Is punished. Niket. Score moves on to 85. He bowled really well in the first 2 overs which he bowled. Anish was the standout bowler. .85 for 4. You might see back-to-back boundaries from this man, Niket. No, inside he defends one. Very well bowled by Anish. Umpires for this match, Mr. Maruti Shetty, Mr. Sumit. Anish has been really good though. Look at those numbers. Absolutely unbelievable. Where every other bowler has gone for a few runs, this man has been the one who has got them a wicket. Also has controlled the scoring. Rishi has a bigger part, the onside for a left-hander. Lefty against lefty, always the left-hand batsman has an advantage. I don't know what's the major reason for it, but most captains, international captains, they do not bring the left hammer on if there is a big hitting left-hander on strike, especially the spinners. That kept a bit low. That's good bowling by Anish. At least a couple of dot balls every over. So 2/3, in fact 1/3 of his balls have been dot balls. Will he go slog sweep? Will he sweep him or will he hit him to the covers? If he gets that in that area again, he is going to hit him into the covers. He wanted to give it a flick. White ball, good work by the wicketkeeper. 87 for 4. That's been a great over so far. Expect to score at least at 12 to 13 runs per over in the last half of the innings. That has to be... Oh, it turned a little later. That is what Rishi would argue. Got away with that. Oh, that has gone again. This one going straight through. Smart bowling. The score at the end of a fantastic over is 87 for the loss of 4 wickets. So all that talk of being 160 in 17 overs or something will completely go out of window if they bowl like this. Even if eventually they get 170 or 180, they would be happy with it. With this kind of bowling, they would be happy if they get maybe 9 runs per over in the next, 10 runs per over in the next 9 overs, which will get them to 180 mark. The reason being they have lost 4 wickets and no batsman has been the one who has looked in command to get a lot of boundaries at will. Prathamesh has bowled well. 2 overs, 14 runs and a wicket for a leg spinner is welcome any day on a small ground. He is a fantastic batsman, so he is a good batting all-rounder. Richmond, they would be enriched by his presence in the team, and generally he is a batting all-rounder, I would say. He bats really well. Right now he is doing a great job with the ball in his hand. The leg spinner is turning it on, but his consistency is something which he needs to take care of, because Niket's approach has been slightly different. Because of those 4 wickets, he has looked to push the balls and take a single. Instead, he should be the one who has to be taking more chances. It was a ball which he could have hit behind point. He's tried to hit a very good ball and it has gone through. Ankit not able to stop that one. It was a very well bowled delivery, right on the stumps, played beautifully. He makes up his mind whether to hit a ball or not to hit a ball. He does not play the ball. Actually, he plays with his predetermined thought. Sometimes that's the problem with Niket. Such a good batter. If it is, oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. That's a far better shot. The previous one was fortuitous, but this was well constructed, well crafted, well fabricated, well doctored, well engineered. That was a classy hit. Not a bad ball at all, but a superb shot. 95 for 4. They got 8 in the first 3. 12 to 13 would have been in the script every over from now on. With the way they were bowling, 10 runs would have been acceptable for the batting team, but this team would love to take a few more. There's some big hitters down. Oh, that's cracked! That is what Abhishek and his team would love to see. That is a sixer on any ground. Forget about the small ground. That's his best shot. That's his 50. Yeah, Nish celebrates in his Superman style. 101 gets his 50 and brings up the 100 for his team. Oh, he has got a wood against him. That's a super strike. It has gone into the 3rd floor of the neighboring apartment. Oh, that almost went over the net. A classy hit, a sixer on any ground. The first one was a smart hit. The second one was actually the one which outdid the first one. I was slightly critical about him not taking chances. Yes, just got 20 runs in 4 balls. And the Niket, yes, understanding is doesn't want to be greedy now. 20 runs is quite a lot. The last over which did not go for too many runs, yes, made up for it. So again I can jump to that 116, 16, 17 overs and 210 or 200 in the eventual 20 overs. And that's what we love to see. Not the one-way traffic with the batters getting boundaries at will. Some good bowling in between, and then again good comeback by the batsman where they have to hit balls. 2 of his shots into covers were of good balls. And 266 followed by that in exactly opposite direction in exactly different technique. Those slog sweep reminiscence of Stephen Waugh. Rishi, now that is how you play. You can give that breathing space to your other batter. Another 40-year-old looking like a 30-plus man. Sunil, supremely fit young man. Sunil, all these are 40-plus guys. They do look like people in their early 30s. White ball. Sunil starts off with a wide outside the off stump. He's a perfect bowler against a left-hander. The off spinner. The flight was fine, the pace was fine, the line wasn't. That's good bowling. Good fielding as well. 108 for 4, scoring at 9 runs per over. The run rate which was brought down to 8.4 has crept up to 9. That was way too short. Is it a 4 or a legitimate stop? ball was hit with a lot of brute force. And the fielder has been really honest. He said he has touched the rope. The momentum of the ball taking him slightly behind. And that's a good shot by Rishi. That ball deserved to be hit because it was way too short. Asking to be hit, and it has been hit for a 4. And honesty and great sportsmanship by the fielder at wideish long on. 112 for 4 with that boundary. They're going along smoothly at 9 runs per over. Now 200 is on cards with this kind of approach by these two. 200 is on cards, definitely. But you never know. Richmond can be back in it, take a couple of quick wickets. They do have some very good bowlers. Only thing is how they utilize them now. Problem with this, a couple of them, though, very good bowlers have already finished 3 overs each. Now that's a cracking cover. That's the shot of the evening for me. Superb. The left-handers always look elegant. Rishi has got strike rate of almost 175. He's played and missed a few, but oh, that's classic. The short boundary, forget about a bigger or a short boundary. That could have been boundary in any ground. Classic cover drive. Crisp as a chocolate. $116 for 4. Can't bowl him there. That's a gift. That's a gift. 122 for 4. He moves on to 20 of 11. Strike rate of 200. Sunny started so well, just lost his way. He's pushed this one through. Finally getting his line and length. Richmond, they need to sustain the pressure which they had developed. The last 2.5 overs, they have given runs in plenty. Almost 38 runs of them in the last 17 balls. That's great bowling. That's clearly classically played, but that was really well bowled. Using the pace of the ball, that is what Rishi is all about. He's got 24 in 13. So the rescue man, the crisis man, the man who gets him out of trouble, does it again. Yeah, he bowled really well. He's the only man who has not been taken for more than, in fact, his numbers are actually unbelievable. Just 4 runs per over, the last 6 balls. 59 of 36, 24 of 13. Anish comes into bowl. His final 6 deliveries. Only problem is he finished 3 just as 1 over. And this over, Niket. Oh, that's classy. That's superb. He is standing tall amongst all the carnage. This man has stood tall. Anish, absolutely awesome. Inspiration for so many. One of the senior members showing how it is done. That is very well bowled. That's a classy ball. And he has got a well set Niket out. Superb bowling. Flighted this one up and bowled it slightly away, and look at that extra turn doing the trick. Bowled it wide and took it away. Almost Shane Warne like. This is how he used to take his wickets. Superb bowling. Anish to find Niket, the time when he was looking so good, just gave it away. Not before he has given a good start to his team. I love this man. Another man almost similar like him. This guy can bat, can bowl. He is an excellent fielder. He can bat well, he can bowl well, he can be a brilliant fielder, safe as a mouse as a catcher. Can't ask anything more from this man. He has won so many matches where they were not supposed to win. And he was completely beaten on the very first one. Superb Anish. Where the bat is the one which is dominant on this ground, he is an exception. Will that be the first wicket maiden of this match? You already saw a double wicket maiden in the first match. That's nicely done by the big Sardarji. Beautifully played, using the pace and getting a boundary against the bowler who has been really miserly. He waited for it, so that's experience. The ball kept a bit low, but still was able to manufacture a boundary. Width on offer, it's always welcome. Can't give space in Mumbai and in cricket. And that too in Mumbai cricket.
कॉमेडी चालू है क्या?
हाँ बोल आओ ना सर. 130 for 5. 130 for 5. Couple of balls remaining in Anish's spell. Will he pick another? That's nicely bowled. Push one with the arm. The last ball of his spell. Even if he gets it for a boundary, his economy would be 5 runs per over, which is exceptional. If he gets a dot ball, 4 runs per over. He gets another wicket, it would be 3 for 16. And still wants it absolutely right. Gets the man at short extra cover a little closer. The last ball. Will he throw the bait? Yes, he has thrown the bait. And he has gone for it in the same direction. His idea was right, but Paji, that is what I was talking about him. 2 boundaries against a bowler who has been giving nothing away. That's beautifully played. He got the short extra cover and he threw the bait. The idea was absolutely superb. Very well bowled, I would say, to the bowler, but batsmanship was slightly better. 134 for 5 at the end of 14 overs. So from 8 to 9 to 9.5 runs per over. In fact, 9.6 runs per over almost now. So all that talk of me saying that they would reach 160 or double the score in the next 6 overs, that's about to happen. They have scored 50 runs in the last 4 overs. संदेश भाई जरा फोन बघा मेरा फोनच चालू हां फोन बघा जरा फोन माझा डिस्प्ले खराब आहे चालतच नाही हां पंखा नवीन ठिकाणी गेलोय ना पंखा नाही लावलाय त्याने सेकंड हँड पंखा मिळतो का दुसरा लावायचा 2 3 2 Ankit coming back in to bowl, and he starts off with a perfect ball, leg by to start off. Rishi for the first time being completely beaten. So 135 for 5. Ankit, another supremely fit young man. Wicketkeeper has been really good. Jitendra behind the stumps. He has done most things right. Has been really quick and doing some good work. 135 for 5. Young man Amit versus Ankit. If you want a real brand ambassador for 40 plus players like Amit, they make a cut. Amit, I have never seen him failing to deliver. He has been the one who has been almost successful every time he has come. Very rarely does he wear helmets. Yeah, precaution is always good. He gets it right himself. Generally, not the one who taking help from others. Generally, he is the one who helps his team out of trouble. Gets the gearing done on his own. Rishi was there to help, happy to help. Amit does it on his own. 135 for 5. We are into the 15th over. Ankit has been really impressive. The way he has bowled with that nice run up, 6 feet something. This bowler, nice smooth run up, beautiful action. And look at the way the ball comes in straight down. Nice action. We'd love to have a bowler like him in the side. 135 for 5. 36 for 5. A good start to the over. Just one run off the bat, one leg by. Rishi would like to get a couple of boundaries every over. They need to score, get a couple of boundaries every over. Amit got a couple of boundaries on his arrival. He's got 9 of 5, couple of boundaries in that and a single. That's smartly bowled. Couple of leg buys in this over. Super bowling. He wasn't the one who got the fortune on his side when he bowled in the first over. He was hit for 3 boundaries by some great batting by Niket. Then if you bowl in the power play, you are bound to get hit. The line was fine. The length was the problem. He was pitching it up and maybe slightly more on the fuller side. You should pitch the ball up, but maybe pull your length back slightly. You should bowl on that good length area, but slightly up, not on that half volley region. So fine margin over there. Amit, 9 of 5. Oh, that's a delivery to ideal delivery. So he's come back so strongly, bowling one of the best overs of the innings against 2 batsmen who are hard to keep quiet. At this stage, you would expect them to hit a couple of boundaries in this over. It's not given any, just 2 runs in first 4 balls. Oh, that's brilliantly played by the big Sardarji. That's going to run away for a boundary. Superb hit by Amit. That's his strength. He plays in V, and that's nicely done. That he has some strong technique and strong forearms. Amit is known for coming in at number 7 and 8 and batting like a top batter, like the number 1 or 2 batter. Once again, the script written for him. 1 for 1 for 5, the last ball of the 15th over. That's beautifully. There is protection. Anish is there, the best bowler of the day so far. Super bowling, got 2 wickets and just gave away 20. So get a boundary in that over, but that's a real good over from Ankit. 142 for 5. Amit is finding it difficult to play with the helmet. So both of them decide to play without the helmets now. See, both the mates, deep respect for each other, taking care of each other's culture, respecting each other's culture. Rishi and Amit, poles apart they might be in their respective cultures. One more good thing bonding both of them, both pure souls. 142 for 5. Rishi is a gentleman and so is Amit. Richmond, I know a few of them, not all of them, but from the looks of what I've seen from Anish, become a big fan of Anish. Prathamesh Parle I've seen him playing some great innings. I've seen him being hit. Today also he was hit, but he's a fantastic all-rounder. Really impressed with the opening bowler. The fielding has not been that great, but they have done well in patches, taken 2 beautiful runouts, 1 direct hit. That's nicely bowled. Good, nice swinging ball. If you want to pitch it right up over there in that block hole. Innocuous looking action, but the length was fine. Milind, superb. The ball swung in air slightly. Some bowlers have this unique ability of doing that with the ball, even if it's an old one. That's hit very hard. Well done by the bowler. See, it has slight movement in the air. That late swing which he is getting, even if it is a 16th over. So the run rate has been slowed down in the last 8-9 balls. They are racing away with it. They got 60 runs in the last 5.2 overs. Somehow it's being halted now. We're talking about 16 overs. That looks far away now. That's smart bowling. Nothing special, just keeping it straight and simple. And getting 3 dot balls against Amit is not an easy task. Against a bowler, batter who has hit everyone for a boundary as at will, he's kept him quiet for 3 balls. This one he played slightly away from his body. Previous occasion the 2 balls came in. He was expecting the ball to come in slightly, but the ball went away. Smart bowling by Melin. He would pitch this one right up, I think. The previous ball was a length ball outside the off stump. He'll pitch this one right up. Oh, that's beautiful bowling. Oh, what an over. Why is this man bowling just 1 over? And he has kept him quiet. The ball stopped a bit. And that would frustrate a man like Amit. He does not like to get bogged down. He will try and hit both these last 2 balls for boundary or 6. No one now. No 1 and no 2. That is what I was talking. That frustration. Oh my God. That was a swirler. That is what is indicating. That can happen at 40 plus. He could have got that wicket. It went very high. Wasn't easy catch. It would have been one of the better catches of the tournament. It swirled around. Rishi, 24 of 15, deprived of strike for a long time now. Amit, he was almost tied down for the first 5 balls. What would be Rishi's approach? Will he dance down the ground? Oh, that's beautifully flicked. That's the 4. 148, 147 for 5 at the end of 16. In the last 6 overs, these guys have managed 63 runs. A superb over by Milind. I think it would be the big right-hander to come in and bowl again. Ankit. So Anish is coming back after a fine spell. He's being replaced. यार ये बघ ना. None 47 for 5. That's nicely bowled. Keeping it outside the stump. Ball almost died. Amol. So Milind would bowl maybe the 17th over and the 20th over. It's the big fast bowler. He might bowl the 19th over. Milind would bowl, I beg your pardon, the 18th and 20th. You can't bowl him there. Can't bowl him there. 154 for 5. He's taking them closer to 180. And if they can play well, they can get close to 200 from here on even. They can get 50 in the last 4 overs if they bowl like this. Or especially with the lefty over there, with the short boundary, 180, 190, 200 is a possibility. That's smartly bowled. 9 runs in the first 3 balls. He played and missed the last time. Take my word, either Amit is going to get out or get a couple of boundaries in the next 3 balls. That would be a boundary. He might hit all 3 of them for a boundary. Amol has bowled well, but some good fortune for the batter, not so good for Amol. He's at that stage where Amit has played and missed 5 balls last over. Was almost out. So this time he's going to go mad and try and hit every ball now. He might get 3 boundaries in a row. That's nicely bowled slow one. Super bowling by Amol. 160 for 5. So 40 runs in 3.1 overs, 19 balls is possible in this ground. For that they need to score 12.5 overs in the next 12.5 runs per over in the next 3.1 overs, which is quite possible for these guys. Outside the leg stump, the ball pitched outside the leg stump. That was the point of contention. 161 for 5 at the end of 17. Richmond would be thinking not more than 24 runs in the next 3. Ace would be thinking minimum 39-40 in the next 3. 161 for 5. Yeah, Milind is going to bowl this 18th over. Hopefully Amol would bowl the 19th over. I think the big right hand bowler, opening bowler, Ankit would bowl the 19th over, and Milind may come back and bowl the 20th. That's smartly bowled. And a slight misfield will allow them. Oh, that is Rishi. That is superb. Rishi is fit as a fiddle. And Amit, just going through with his mate for that second. He must be falling short of breath with that quick double. Taking the initiative, Rishi. Most occasions he would have given strike to Amit to get a few boundaries. He understands he's struggling slightly. He has to take the role of the aggressor over here. Superb running. No way there was a second in it. Milind. Well bowled Milind. Superb bowling. High percentage of his bowling have been dot balls. 5 of them. In fact, 5 of them against Amit in the last over. And 1 over here. So out of his 8 balls, he has bowled 6 dot deliveries. Hit for a boundary and a couple of singles. And that too, a single was that a catch which was dropped. Rishi might hit him for a couple of boundaries in the next 4. And that also can be a... Oh, that's beautiful bowling. Absolutely, he's not a big pacer. He's not the one who's turning the ball a mile. He's not the one who's doing something in the air. Just bowling it smartly. Changing his pace, keeping the tight lines. And bowling it smartly. Oh, that is smacked. That's going to be a big one. In fact, that's taken. Taken easily. Very well just catched. So amongst all that misfields and catches being dropped, this is a welcome change. Superbly held catch. The Australian way. Safest in house over there. Super bowling by Milind. Look at him. 1.4 overs, 7 for 1, especially at a time when people are going berserk. This is crazy bowling. He has just cut short their plans of getting close to 200 to 180, 180, 190, maybe 180 now. Rishi, after doing a good job, comes back. Who's the next batter? Is it Shiva? Who made this? Another big hitter. Man from Bhakti Park. Ideally suited to come in at this point of time. Abhishek would love to get a couple of sixes from this man in the next 14 balls. If he gets that, they'll get close to 190, 200. That would be a great chase to watch then. Will Humaid try and attack Milind? Shows respect to some good bowling. What an over this has been. Couple of runs in the first ball where it was Rishi who took chance. Otherwise it would have been just a single in this over so far. Will the last ball travel? Will Humaid try and hit it out of the park? That's beautifully bowled. What an over this has been. The 18th over of the innings, going for just 2 runs. 3 runs. Classy bowling. Milind, well done, sir. Last 12 balls, they get 8 runs per over, 10 runs per over, 184, which they would be slightly disappointed. Richmond would be elated with the way they have come back in the last 4 overs. Over number 10 to 14, they conceded 50 plus runs, and from 14 to over number 18, they have not conceded more than 20 runs. So that's great comeback in that middle phase where batsmen are going hard against you. This is ideally suited bowling for this man on this wicket. Slightly quicker option, and the bowler who bowls straight, but he's a crafty bowler. He's pulled really well. Ankit Humaid, if he wants to have any bowler against whom he can run score runs, that style of bowling on this wicket, on this ground, it is Ankit. So you can expect Humaid to hit boundaries in this over. Oh, that's good call by the ump, allowing that ball to be a legal delivery even if it was slightly away from the out stump. Great call, Sumit. And good bowling, Ankit. .164 for 6. Who made one of 3 balls. That is cut fiercely. That's a boundary. 168 for 6. They would need another maybe 20 runs in the next 10 balls to get close to that 190. All that expectations of getting close to 200, maybe crossing it, would be aborted for now. That's beautiful bowling. So they planned this last 6-7 overs really well. Ankit was slightly expensive in the first 2 overs. Not expensive on this ground. 10 runs per over is fine in the power play. He's come back so strongly in the next 1.3 overs, just 11 runs. Ankit, 3 balls remaining in spell. He deserves a wicket. Amit, who started off brilliantly, struggled slightly in the last 7 balls. Amit's struggle continues, not finding it easy to score runs over there. That's superb bowling by Ankit. Amit started off brilliantly, was not able to sustain that great touch. It is the other way around for Ankit. He went for 3 boundaries in the beginning over, and he has come back so strongly. Just conceded 19 in the next 2.4 overs. That's superb, brilliant. Well, that is classy. That's classy bowling. We'll wait for the umpire signal. 4 byes. Wicketkeeper was almost blemishless till this point of. Even he would not have to be blamed because of that awkward bounce. The ball on the half volley, not easy for keepers to stop. 173 for 6, the last ball. That 4-2 plus 4 runs would help them. Another boundary here would be ideally to the script. It's bowled so well, Ankit. Deserves a wicket. That's a wide. No. Allowed to go by. The score at the end of 19 overs, 173 for 6. Milind has been brilliant. It was Anish who was bowled exceptionally, but Milind's effort is as good as what Anish did. He may have bowled just 2 overs, but bowled the 2 most important overs at that phase when the batsmen were going great. Not only kept them quiet, also got a wicket. The last 6 balls, Milind, exceptional numbers, especially when they were going 12 and a half, 13, 14 runs per over before he came in to bowl. Awesome, absolutely awesome. Last 6 balls of the first innings of the second match of the Jfsc 40 plus season 4, match number 2. You would still go for that cut shot. Not easy against Milind. You need to play him down the ground. That's smartly bowled. Smartly bowled, in fact. Slower delivery. Today is a special day. 12/12/24. 12/12 today's Yuvraj Singh's birthday. It is the man who got number 12 as his jersey number. The man who got the fastest half century in a T20 game of just 12 balls. And happy birthday to one of the favorites of everyone, Sachin Tendulkar, Yuvraj Singh, 2 of the top white ball cricketers. So happy birthday, UV. We can, you can, UV can, definitely can. So UV can, a cancer survivor. It's a no ball for field placement. So good vigilant umpiring, and they get to hit against Millen. So runs are hard to get by against this man. They can only get, so only destiny can go against, and the other players who are not aware. Millen, so heartbreaking this is. After bowling a good ball, it is been given a no ball. 2 runs conceded without a ball being bowled and a free hit, and he's not able to connect it. Again the similar, it's a free hit. Single. Super bowling on the free hit ball. Went very high. .176 for 6. Super bowling from Millen. Last 5 balls. 185 looks distant. That is hammered. That's 4. It's a bigger part of the boundary. Absolutely no chance the fielders had. 180 for 6. First shot of aggressions again. First shot of, yeah, some aggression against this man. Millen, very difficult to get a boundary. That's the second boundary hit against him. The first one was the last ball of the first over which he bowled. Now it is the second ball of this last over. 180 for 6. 190 is a possibility now. And with shots like this, it is definitely on. Oh my god, I thought it's going over. It was an ill-timed shot. Super bowling by Millen. Sensational stuff. But for that no ball, it could have been 4 balls done and a run less. So 180 in 18.4, 19.4 maybe. Great piece of work. 181. Finally he gets a wood over. The man who has troubled him so much hits him into that extra cover for a sixer. Sixer for the big Sardarji. What a shot. 187. So got 100 runs in the last 9.4 overs. 187 for 6. That's a no ball. That's the first bad ball in his entire spell. That will run away for 4 runs. Yes, it will. And he needs to re-bowl that, I think. Umpires, batsmen are adamant that it was way too high. It is a no ball. How can that not be a no ball? It was almost head high. Forget about waist high. It was head high. So he had bowled so well against this man. A no ball, foundry, and the last ball goes for a couple of runs. Umaid runs hard. So the score at the end of over number 20 is 194 for the loss of 6 wickets. So 22 for 1, a good start for Team Richmond. Vikram, look at the way he stands. He looks a confident self. Strike rate of 150. Rohan's the new man in. That is it beautifully off the back foot. A good stop. Lost his footing, Rishi. You cannot find more reliable player than Rishi. The man, the crisis man, when your team is in trouble, when you are 4-5 down, he comes in, takes the team from position of no hope to the position of strength, bowls beautifully. Abhishek, beautifully bowled, fun over, just 6 runs, bowling his second over. And that's nicely bowled. He's getting that swing, Abhishek. Rohan is a very strong player. Look at that swing which is getting in with the new ball. That's the reason he has been economical, Abhishek. Started really well. So 3 dot balls in this over, primarily because of that small little late movement which he is getting in the air. And that's nice shape, Abhishek. Super bowling. Just a solitary run against 2 strong batters. Really happy with that bowling he would be. The last ball of Abhishek's over. Would like just to make it a big one. Does not want the over to be spoiled. Just getting that extra cover slightly deeper on the circle. The last ball. Will Rohan take a chance? How close was it to being the first wicket for him and the second wicket of the team? Perilously close to being clean bowled. The score at the end of 3 overs is 23 for the loss of 1 wicket. Slightly stopping and coming and keeping low. That's the reason the batsman was slightly flummoxed. Not an easy wicket where you can hit up and down. Even if it's a fast and quick outfield and a smaller ground, you need to connect the ball properly. It's good that they have entrusted the new ball to Sachin Matani. Any day a bowler, you would love to give him the new ball. He's a very good bowler who gets the ball to swing away. Sachin Matani generally loves to bowl with the new ball. And that's not the right length. Being punished on the very first ball. You need to land the ball first, then get that movement away. Gets beautiful away going movement generally. And for that to happen, the ball has to land first. He gets some movement in the air of the wicket. So required run rate just around 10 runs per over. The current run rate almost 9 runs per over. Try to bowl it quick, under rest, and that would be 4 runs. 4 byes, in fact. The ball just died. That's the wicket over there. A 2-paced one at times. Sachin, he got a wicket, but he has conceded 20 runs in the process. Vikram has been the man who has got all those 20 runs against him. Oh, that's a classy hit. Vikram showing his aggression. That swing is missing today. Maybe because he's trying to bowl it slightly quicker. The swing is there, the seam is missing. The ball is not doing after it pitches. Generally a bowler who gets those big away going deliveries, trying to force the ball, trying to bowl a little quickly, in the process just losing the swing. Yeah, that is Sachin known for. He gets that prodigious movement away from the bat. Length was the key there. The previous one was a short one where the ball did not move. There is where he gets into trouble. But once he gets the movement in, he has good pace. it becomes a very difficult bowler to handle actually. 24 in 1.4, slightly expensive. In fact, he is expensive. If he gets another wicket in the next two balls, he would be having. Vikram is going great guns though. Two wides. The wide spoiling the numbers for Sachin. Very rarely does he give away so many runs. That's very well played and well judged single. .38 for 1. The last ball. Run rate 9.8 and 0.76 pi. Again that awkward bounce. The ball did not reach the wicket keeper. Ankit's there behind the stumps. An over which was slightly expensive. Couple of boundaries, 4 wides, 2 wides, 4 byes and a single in that over. 38 for 1 at the end of 4 overs. It would be Rishi and Sanjay Doshi show after the new bowlers bowl their overs. So those 8 overs are going to be crucial. Amit also is a very good option. So they would explore them. I don't think they have 2, 3, 35 plus players. You are allowed to keep 3 in the team. Abhishek meanwhile has bowled miserly. He has bowled really well. Just kept things simple. Just as you say in management mantra, keeping it short and simple. Get your message conveyed to the opposite party. Keep it short, keep it simple. Here he's keeping it straight, keeping it simple, doing the basics right. And Vikram has been the one who has been the aggressor. He goes for it. This is a flat long one bounce into the fence, into that extra longish wide off that long off, the wideish long off region being explored. 43 for 2, 43 for 1, I beg your pardon. He pitched it up, he threw the bait and he went for it. That's a flat long 6 over point. Vikram is going for it and looks good, looks imperious, looks dominating, looks commanding, and looks as if he's going to take this total down on his own. 49 for 1 in the 5th over. Abhishek, who bowled really well, his figures have been spoiled by those consecutive boundaries and sixes. Will he get another? That's well bowled. Abhishek Zaveri. Couple of balls remaining in his 3rd over. That's well bowled. That's a right line and right length. And unfortunately, it will go for a boundary, but he shouldn't mind that. But that was a very good ball. Almost got his man. Beautifully bowled Yorker. And that's what life in cricket is. Sometimes things don't go as per your wishes, and it wasn't the ball which was supposed to go for runs. In fact, it was a ball which deserved a wicket. Some good fortune for the batter. Richmond have got off to a rich start now against the Ace Cricket Club. Last ball. That's very well bowled. Ankit doing the job behind the stumps. The score at the end of 5 overs is 10.6 runs per over. 53 for 1. They need exactly 9.4 runs over to win this one. 141 needed in the next 15. Anybody's game this is. Especially because they have Rishi and Sanjay Doshi who can bowl those important 8 overs. Also Amit can bowl. So those 10 to 12 overs are going to be crucial. Yeah, he's the man I'm talking about. Sanjay Doshi. Pretty slow and easily taken for a boundary. That's Rohan's first. Probably more to come from him. Very well bowled. That's a very close call. In fact, he's cleaned him up. That's the reason I said Sanjay Doshi would be a threat, and he has proven that in the very second ball. He pitched it up and he went across the line, uprooted the off stump. Such a good player. Rohan missing out. Will it be Prathamesh Parley to come in? Let's see who's going to come in at the fall of the second wicket. The Rose Amble. So 58 for 2, and Sanju taking the important wicket. Sanjay Doshi. Vikram, he has been the only batsman looking confident over there. It's a very good footwork. Oh, missed out. That's very well bowled. 6 overs, 59 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. Look good. He seems to be their most important. So our commentator, who was there some time back, and he's being greeted by cracking it down the ground. Oh, what a shot against Karan. Vikram, who knows what Karan's going to bowl to him. It's an off spinner which he understands. It's a smallish ground, so trying to go against the off spinner. Karan, he's a smart bowler, though he can make a comeback. Let's see what is up his sleeves now. That's good comeback by Karan. Very nicely bowled. 66 for 2. Got the sixer of the very first ball after the break. He moves on to 46 of 24. Vikram looks so confident, almost in command of things over there. Bossing the bowling over there. Rest all have struggled. Highest number of runs after his runs are the extras. Abhishek comes in. He's on strike now. ABV. That's into the covers. That will run away for a boundary. Slightly pitched up. Full toss. Very rarely do we see Karan bowling this kind of deliveries. The idea was to pitch it up. $70 for 2, 124 needed in the next 13.3, 9.19 runs per over. Richmond striking goal now, trying to build a partnership after those 2 quick wickets. The run rate is superb. They're much ahead if you compare these two teams at this point of time. This is where they got 3-4 wickets in the first 10 overs. Karan and his team, Abhishek and his team has got 2 wickets. That is smartly bowled. Good comeback by Karan. That was very well bowled. It's very high. It's a chance though. And Sachin is such a safe fielder. One of the most reliable ones, takes 9 times out of 10 such kind of catches. Drops this one. And as Karan said, there have been so many catches dropped of his bowling. In fact, that has been replicated again. Very well bowled that was. It's taken for runs. He's been expensive in the first one. Oh, that's beautifully bowled. In spite of being hit for 6 and a 4, he has the courage to pitch it up, bowl what he exactly wants to. 72 for 2 at the end of 7. The run rate slightly above 10 and the required run rate slightly below 9.5 runs per over needed from here on. So the score right now 72 for 2. We are into the 8th over. 122 needed in the next 13 overs. 9.38 runs per over. Sanjay Doshi is going to be the key though. So 72 for 2 is what the score is. Nicely bowled by Sanju. Once again proving his worth. Sanjay Doshi. That's nicely bowled again. Abhishek generally is a safe fielder, makes a cardinal mistake of getting the eyes of the ball. Very rarely does he do that. 75 for 2. The run rate which was above 10 runs per over has come down below 9. That's very well bowled. The score at the end of 8 overs, a great one, 75 for the loss of 2 wickets. So 75 for 2, 12 overs remaining, 12 overs in which to get the remaining 119 run rate, slightly close to 10 runs per over. 119 in 12, almost 120 in 10, that is 10 runs per over. And Vikram has looked good. Vikram has been deprived of strike for some time, and against Karan he was successful, got a 6 and a 4 against him. That's a monstrous hit. That is on the roof. That's his 50 of just 28 deliveries. That is superb. And an old-fashioned kind of opening batter. He keeps actually is the way the stance is quite low. Very rarely do we find batters standing with that kind of a stance nowadays. Low down, and he's been really aggressive. Vikram, 81 for 2. Karan, and good comeback by Karan, straight to the fielder. They still steal a single. 81 for 2. Deja vu, the last over, similar thing happened, a 6 and a single, then a boundary was hit. Karan's first ball was hit for a sixer. Karan's first ball of the second over was hit for, but after being hit for a sixer, he controlled the over really well. 142 boundary in that, but he bowled really well after that, even beating him, the opposition batsman, completely on the last ball of his first over. He bowled courageously even after being hit for 10 runs in 3 balls. Oh, that's very high, and that's going to go over the rope for a sixer. Karan slightly expensive today, not his day. Abhishek using the long handle to precision. 88 for 2. It went very high. Karan, knowing Karan, he would still throw the bait. He will still try and take his wicket and bowl it slightly closer to the body, maybe not allow him that leverage to go big. Yeah, still bowls, pitches it up. Smart bowling. This is great, courageous bowling. In spite of being hit for 2 sixes in the first 3 balls, it takes courage to pitch the ball right up over there. He did that beautifully. He'll try and push this one though. Maybe on the middle and leg now. He bowled that full delivery on the offside. He might bowl it closer to the body, this one. Yeah, he does that on the leg stump, but good work by Ankit, stopping more than 3 wides. He saved 3 wides, or in fact 3 runs for his team. Ankit. That is what Karan was planning to do, cramp the batter. You can almost sense what Karan is going to do. Against Vikram, Vikram might hit him for another sixer on the next couple of balls, and Karan might just pick him. That can happen in the next 2 balls. That's smartly played, and the good call for not to go for those runs. The last ball of Karan's over. This might travel, maybe the third 6, or maybe Vikram's wicket on this one. No, he plays it prudently. Does not want to be greedy over there. Just takes a single. 91 for 2 at the end of 9 overs. The run rate, which was slightly below 10, has gone slightly above 10, and the required run rate has been taken care of. 9.36 runs per over in the next 11 overs. It is highly achievable. Hmm. 91 for 2. Sanjay Doshi. Oh, what a shot! That is one of his best shots against a very good bowling. That's classily played. That's on the back foot, like rocked onto the back foot. That's great use of the feet. Using your feet does not always mean you go down the ground and hit the ball into the covers or straight it down the ground. Using the feet when you go on the back foot, shuffle across, go back, rock back and hit boundaries like that. That also is great use of feet over there. 95 for 2. Superb shot at the first ball of Sanjay Doshi's over. And he comes back well. Now that's his way of batting. Immediately, if he feels his stumps are not under any threat, he goes for his shots. That is how Vikram has approached his game. Try and bowl straight to him. If he misses, he's going to lose his wicket. Yeah, see, every time you pitch the ball right into the stumps, he's not trying to be aggressive. You give him any kind of bit outside the off. So where he feels that the ball is not going to hit the stumps, he goes for his shots. He has confidence that he can keep the ball all along the carpet or he can clear the ground. So that's the key to him against Vikram. Try and bowl within the stumps. Don't try to be too straight, but yeah, that is what I was talking about. So you keep them within the stumps, he finds it difficult. Give him space slightly out of the off stump, fourth stump, fifth stump, he's very good at it. Slightly on the leg side, he'll hammer you, he'll kill you. But if you bowl outside that off stump, where other batters find it difficult, this man has hit so many boundaries and sixes in that area. The best idea would be to get into that middle and off line, put some threat to his stumps. He will be slightly circumspect. There is where you can stop him from run making. See, the same ball. Yeah, that is how he has got him now. Straight, full and straight. He misses one and he's out. Length was the key there. Probably he should play back on the ball. He should have played on the front foot. And there is where the dilemma comes in. That's the beauty of left arm spinners. Karan would be really happy. Sanjay has taken his revenge and sent a batsman who was proving to be a nemesis against them, and he missed the straighter one. He was hitting some good balls for sixes, but when it comes to straight balls, he was finding it difficult. Not before he has played a great knock, a half century that has put them in command. Almost a similar kind of innings of what Niket played. When Niket got his 50, the team reached 100. When Niket got 53, team was 101. Here, this man got 50 plus, the team has come close to 95. Niket got 50% of the runs, this guy has got 55% of the runs. Again, both of them opening batters. Now 95 for 3, halfway through the year, we have almost got half the runs and half the overs are remaining. His match is evenly poised. They had lost 4 wickets in the first 10 overs, reaching 84. These guys have got 11 runs more and they have got lost a wicket less. So right now Richmond have the edge when it comes to numbers. But for me, their well set batsman is just out. So, a 50-50 opportunity, maybe slightly towards the ace now, 55-45, as I feel, because there are still 1.1 overs of Sanju remaining. There is still Rishi Mapara to come. Amit Kohli can bowl. So, they have some good depth in bowling. And Rishi and Sanjay have to be their strengths. One of them has already shown the prowess. 2.5 overs, 13 runs and 2 wickets which he has got, and he has contributed as expected. He is the one who has got them right back into this one, in fact in a position of strength. And especially Karan Sharma's nemesis is sent back. Abhishek has looked good also, but not as prolific as the opening batter. Prathamesh Parle has come, another nice all-rounder, fantastic spin bowler. But he's generally taken for runs when he tries and bowls those leg spinners. First 2 overs is good. The third over he comes in, he's invariably punished. He's not the regular bowling all-rounder. He's a batting all-rounder, and his batting credentials would be put to 4 here. Now he's a better batsman than a bowler, so that is ideally suited to Richmond. And he stays there for 4-5 overs along with Abhishek. They would be in a commanding situation, and he'll play all those proper cricketing shots, and that is what this ground demands even. And if you're slightly aggressive with your shot making, those firm drives, firm pushes can even go for boundaries in spite of the fielders coming into the way. The fielders also find it difficult to take care of the smaller boundaries because the ball just comes at a great speed and difficult to stop with uneven bounce at times. 95 for 3, last ball of the 10th over. Sanjay Joshi, superb bowling. Last ball of his third over. He'll probably bowl all 4 in a row. Prathamesh Parle showing all respect to the senior pro. 95 for 3 at the end of 10 overs. They need exactly 99 in the next 10. 9.9 runs per over needed in the last half of the second innings of the second match of Jfsc 40 plus season 4. Sai comes in to bowl, another spinner on show. Still no signs of Rishi. Maybe Rishi might bowl the 14th, 16th and 18th and 20th. Maybe 14th, 16th, 18th over. It, 95 for 3. Oh, he's being treated with. Oh! Such safe pair of hands. Came into position, did everything right, and wasn't able to hold on to that catch. Look at that. Such a good fielder. He is safest pair of hands. Did everything right but wasn't able to hold on to it. The ball just popped out of his hands at the last moment. Wonderfully judged. Was into position. Wasn't able to hold on to it, but Prathamesh Parle comes on strike. Another prolific batter. Turns it away, gives it to Abhishek. Sai started off brilliantly, almost got a wicket, but Abhishek will still go for a shot down the ground. Half the runs over. Oh, what a shot! That was slightly on the leg side, but taken full advantage of. 101 in the 11th over. Not good bowling down the leg side, just helped it on its way. required run rate and current run rate almost same. So they're going according to the run rate which is needed. Straight to Abhishek, just ricocheted to the fielder at point. 6 runs in this over. If he manages to get 1 dot ball more in this, he would be happy with the returns. Richmond would like to maximize the next 2 balls, try and get 1 boundary of these 2 balls, and they would be on track with the run rate. And even if 1 over goes for 5-6 runs, you shouldn't mind on this ground, because you would still get an over in which you get more than 20 runs. Oh, how did he miss that? And how did the ball miss the stumps actually over there? It was an ordinary shot, but superbly bowled and almost got the batsman clean bowled. Unfortunately, the ball not hitting the stumps. He might go big on this one. Abhishek, in spite of getting beaten on the previous ball, completely neck and crop, he was beaten. He might go for a big sixer, maybe in the mid-wicket region, not down the ground this time. Maybe mid-wicket region or into the covers, boundary into the covers, or a 6 into the mid-wicket region. He has gone mid-wicket and he has got it. Oh my god, dropped again. Sachin Matani this time, second catch being dropped by him. Very rarely have I seen him dropping catches. He is doing it for fun today. Oh my god. Never did he seem to be taking that cleanly. And when going hard with the hard hands in it, can never get that one. Trying to grab it rather than allowing the ball to come any. Sachin Matani is such a safe fielder. I've seen him taking some really good catches. And these are the dollies as per his standard, which has missed 2 now in the space of 2 overs. Abhishek, meanwhile, is the beneficiary of all that misfield. There is a program with the Maharashtra government, Ladki Bahin Yojana. This is Ladka Bhau Yojana. Abhishek seems to be the Ladka Bhau over here. And the Ladla Bhau has got 2 lives in space of 3 balls. He would make them pay for this one, but he has to take care of Sanju's next 6 deliveries. Even if they get 2-3 runs in his over, that's fine. Oh, that's cracked. That's going to run away for a good stop. It had 4 runs written on it all over. Sachin Matani this time stops a certain boundary. Short boundary to defend. He did a great job. 103 for 3. 91 in the remaining 8.5. The run rate about 10 runs per over now. Will he get another wicket? Oh, that you will only find people like Prathamesh playing with a front foot defensive shot. That's the first in both the innings. In fact, it was Vikram who played a few shots like that, front foot defense, and hitting the ball with no intent to take a run. He might hit this one big. Instead, he plays a classic cover drive for a single. 104 for the loss of 3 wickets. Sanju Doshi, all his 3 balls would be counted like people count Jasprit Bumrah, Rashid Khan's last few deliveries which remain. Sanjay Doshi, they have to treat him like Rashid Khan over here. He is clearly the threat which they have to be aware of. Oh, that's smart. That is smart play. So both these batsmen allowing Sanjay to bowl an over in which he does not give away a lot of runs. They are just seeing him off to be clearly. Just last 2 balls of his spell. 15 for 2. Now pushes one with the arm. That is smart play. That is superb shot by Abhishek. He tried hitting the ball hard, was not finding success. Uses the pace of the bowler, guides it for 4 wonderfully crafted runs. Sanjay Doshi. Last ball of Sanju's over. Sanju spell almost similar numbers when you see from the opposition what Nishi bowled. Last ball of his spell. Again trying to use the same shot. A couple of runs maybe. No, not only a single. Same number of runs which the opposition number had got. Same, both of them 2 overs and 20 runs in 5 overs. Whoever wins the match, either of these two are going to be man of the match. Unless someone gets a century here. Sai bowling his second over. Using the pace of the ball. This is so delicately played. That deserves to be a boundary. It is a boundary. $113 for 3, 12.1 overs done, 10.5 runs per over needed, 10.34 to be precise, 81 from 7.5, almost 10 runs per over. 1 ball remaining. In fact, 5 balls remaining in this over. That is muscled for a boundary. Not an ideal shot, wasn't connected well. The bottom hand coming into 4 and that short boundary on the onside helping the batter. So 2 boundaries in this over. One delicate touch, the other one it was the thick edge, and the bowler bowled well over there. Abhishek has come a little fine on that short third man. It's probably he'll go back to his normal bowling outside the off stump. Yes, tried to play the same shot. That was captaincy from Abhishek. Allows him to go outside the off stump. Their big boundary is. If he wants to go across the line, good luck to him. Wrong direction. A single. Leg by. 118 for 3. Close. बंद झाला. That's beautifully played for a boundary. Bad ball. 122 for the loss of 3 wickets. Last ball of Sai's expensive over this time. 13 runs of his bowling in this over. Exactly 10 runs per over needed from here on. 72 in 7.1. Oh, plays the reverse sweep, and the switch, it has worked to switch things for them. 4 boundaries in this over. Prathamesh Parley getting a couple of boundaries on his own. .126 for 3 in 13 overs. They need exactly 68 in the next 7. So the game is completely swung into the Richmond's favour now. They would need Rishi for them to win this for them. Rishi comes back, the match will turn. The required advantage, which is below 10, will shoot up to 11 plus. They need Rishi now to come in and bowl. They're waiting for Rishi to bowl the 14th and the 16th and the 18th and the 20th over. Yes, he's come in now. 14th over for Rishi. 14, 16, 18, 20 maybe. Sanjay Doshi is slightly better than what this man is as a bowler, but he's a smart cricketer. He would understand, adapt, adjust and bowl according to the situation and the ground and the dynamics of this ground. But right now, Prathamesh and Abhishek, if they continue this like this for the next 3 overs, they are going to win it with an over to spare. Abhishek 34 of 20 tries, started off little jiffily, but now he has got into his stride, and this man will be a thorn in the flesh with his smart. Oh, so much confusion. Everybody was confused over there, and two Maharashtrians cannot understand each other's language. That's the irony. Finally, both of them with a common language, common culture, common background will come and discuss, and still will be caught in the same situation one more time. The batsmen were all fault, but so was the keeper and the bowler. They did not take advantage of the situation over there. They were stranded at both ends. Again the bottom hand. Again a small ground. 4 runs. Shot did not deserve more than 1. They would argue that the opposition also was benefited. He was beaten completely over there. And the awkward bounce, getting the ball for yet another boundary. 64 in 6.4. Rishi, 2 balls and 4 runs. He might pick Abhishek in this over. Maybe a ball going straight through on the off stump. LBW or a bold candidate he might be. That is what I was talking about. He might get him out. He has got him out. Going straight through. That's a very good knock by Abhishek before getting out. Rishi once again proving to be their crisis man. I was expecting him to get the ball on the off stump. The ball has gone on to the middle and leg. Not before. This man has played a fantastic knock for his team. Got his team to a position of strength, in a position where they cannot, they should be winning it from here. So all the ingredients set for a super match number 2. First match we had a tie. Expect a match going on to the last over, maybe to the last 2-3 balls of the innings. Abhishek has done his job. It is up to Jitendra and Prathamesh to finish. Rishi Mapara once again proving how important he is for the side. He previously used to bowl with the cap on his head. He's decided to show all his features. The ball is beautiful right now for this team. That's classically played into the covers. The score moves on to 1-3-1 for 4. Jitendra getting off the mark. It's up to Prathamesh Parley to see his team off. It's a difficult task for him to do. He does not have to give his wicket away at least in the next 3.2 overs. Ideally, he should be able to finish it on his own, but he needs to do that. Preserve your wicket for the next 3 overs. Oh, that's beautifully played, I would say. That will run away for a couple of runs, maybe. Niket, who was taking care of all the business calls some time back, has gone to take care of the call from the team. 133 for 4. Last ball of the 14th over. Superb over, first over from this man. Being hit for a boundary in the first ball, gets a wicket of the very next one. 3 runs in the next 2 balls. Last ball to Prathamesh Parley. Was completely beaten over there, still got a couple of runs. The ball just hit the pad, it's swirling around. A single to take the score to 135. 134 for 4. 6 overs in which to get exactly 60 runs. One 34 for 4. Paresh comes into bowl. 7th bowler in show right now. What does Paresh have in store for us? The color of the jersey is slightly different. Maybe a Richmond player playing against Richmond. That is short and that is hammered for a sixer. Prathamesh Parley showing the first signs of aggression. Way too short, just sat up on this slow wicket. 54 in 35. Difference between the number of runs and balls, which was 24 previously, comes down to 20. A good comeback by Paresh, keeping him quiet. 140 for 4, 14.2, 5.4 overs, 54 runs to win, required 100, 9.53. Richmond are clearly the favourites here. They should be winning this one without any scare now, because Sanjay's overs have got over. Oh, that is hammered. What a start, Jitendra. He did not get strike for a long duration. He hits it a sixer to take the scoring ahead. 147 for 4. 5.2 overs. Couple of sixes hit in this over. .147 for 4. 5.2 overs remaining. That shot was a crucial one. It was something which was needed by his own teammates. .1 overs, 47 runs to win. The score at the end of 14 overs is exactly 148 for 4. They need 46 from the remaining 5. .148 for 4, 15 overs. Para 8 runs and 1 wicket he gave. 8 runs and took 1 wicket in the last over. He has the responsibility of bowling 16, 89, 20th now. Bowling the 16th over of the innings. They're not reading him. 149 for 4. 45 runs needed in 4.5. 29 balls, 45 runs. Difference between the number and runs is just 16, which can be easily taken care of. They need this man's wicket though, Prathamesh. That's nicely played. That's the thing I'm talking about. Rishi can be dangerous. Para once again proving to be the numero uno contributor. 37 runs with the bat, just 2 runs with the ball in his hand. The last 2 balls of his first second over. 150 for 4 is what is the target. That is flighted smartly. He was just waited for it, eternity for the ball to arrive. Last ball of the 16th over. Very interesting stuff from here. The run rate has crept up to 11 and some late action of T20 coming up, guys. I'm slightly fatigued today, not having the energy to deliver, but all my fatigue and all that is going to disappear because next 4 overs are going to be really interesting. Don't go anywhere. 44 runs in 4 overs. Anybody's game. Right now, I would say 50-50. 50-50 because of a smallish ground and both Prathamesh and Jitendra are capable. So 44 is not a bigger target. One bad over from the bowling team and Richmond would be tasting the first victory of the tournament. Right now it is in balance. Abhishek's last over is bowled really well in the first 3 overs up front in the power play. He was the most economical one, and where the other bowlers went for plenty, he was the one who just gave away 22 runs in 3 overs. 18 balls, 22. The economy rate of 7.33, exceptional on this ground, also, especially in the power play. But here, if it does not give more than 10 runs, it would be considered as a great over. They need 11 runs per over. If they do not give more than 10 runs per over, in fact 8 or 9, the run rate will creep up to 12. Another good over, they can take it to 14 maybe. But on the other hand, if Prathamesh and Jitendra go berserk in one of the overs, get 15-20, this match will be over then, within an over. Let's see what Abhishek has in store for us. Does he have it in him to bowl 4 good deliveries and not give more than 4 to 5 runs for his side? Even if he, more than 8 to 9 runs against his side. Oh, that is catastrophic. 5 wides maybe. So those are welcome runs. The idea was right to cram the batsman. The batsman came out of the way and was rewarded for it. Abhishek's idea was good to cramp him. The batsman came out of that line and just came into the line of the stumps, and it was given as a wide. Abhi's last 6 balls, 39 in the next 24. Difference between the number of balls again comes down to 15 now. Sensibly takes a single, goes to the other end, gives it to Prathamesh Parle. This is prudent in a T20 game where you have both the players giving strike to each other, and not anyone trying to demean or defeat anyone. Again, the batsman missed it completely. Prathamesh Parle, 17 balls, 20 runs, 38 in 3.4. He's missing out. Well bowled by Abhi. Good comeback after being slightly expensive in the first ball where he gave away 6 runs. The next 2 balls right on spot. This is smart by Jitendra, just going and having a word with Prathamesh, asking him to cool down, taking that extra time so that the batter settles. That is smart from the non-striker. Abhishek would like to finish this over quickly because that momentum is with him. Not bother about what the batsmen are going to do. You do your best part. And that's a chance. Clearly a chance. He's going to be out. Oh my God, Sachin, 3 catches today. Very rarely have I seen him dropping a catch. He has dropped 3 in a single match. When it's not your day, it's not your day. A high catch. This was slightly difficult though. In fact, all his catches were difficult except for one. It is almost quarter to 11. It's taking some time. 20 balls remaining. Turned away beautifully for a well-crafted boundary. That break providing to be a good change for the batter. That all good momentum which Abhishek had created with that bad ball down the leg side has spoiled it. Bowled the over so well. Did not bring in sharply, but after that, that ball was not a good one. Last ball. 32 in next 3.1. 10 runs per over needed. Make it exactly 10 runs per over. In fact, 10.66 runs per over needed from here on. Eighteen balls eventually. They get ready to ball this one. So much time between the overs. It's almost like 3 minutes and they still to bowl the first ball of the 18th over. Rishi generally is the customer which does not waste time. That's beautiful playing. Beautifully played shot and good work by Niket, the man who takes care of the company, takes care of the fielding there. Interesting to watch now. 17 balls, 30 runs. Jitendra has looked good in his short stay. Has got 10 of 6. That was so close to being clean bowled, ricochet of the pads. Single. 29 in 2.4. 30 needed in the next. In fact, 29 needed in the next 16 balls. 29 of 16. Difference between the number of balls and runs of 13. Oh, that's a classy hit. That's a shot for him to remember. $25 in 2.2, 2.3. Oh, they're cruising now. 7 runs of Rishi's first 3 deliveries, they would take them anyway. Rishi needs to give not more than 2 in the next 3. Try and ball one more dot ball. He flights it and he hits it out. In fact, there is Amit, shot of Amit. 24 in 2.2. Anybody's game. Right now, I strongly feel it is with the Richmonds. On this ground against these two players, this Prathamesh has looked good, but Jitendra has looked better in the shortest stint. He's just got 12, but all the shots were more in control. Prathamesh played really well, but Prathamesh has defended the balls, tried to play a knock which is sensible. Jitendra has different ideas though. He will still go for his shots against the best bowlers of the opposition. Rishi is there, one of the best bowlers. Superb bowling. 2.1 overs, 24 runs needed. Will the second match of Jfsc 40 plus season league have the desired result, or it will be a tie? 2.1 overs, 24 runs, manageable, completely manageable by the batting team with 6 wickets in hand. On this ground, 24 can be easily taken in the next 13 balls. With that smart bowling, they have to contend Rishi's last over though. 12 balls, 24 runs, it is in balance now. These two are properly more two correct batsmen who will play some authentic shots to get boundaries. That's a very good thing for any side. But here you need somebody swinging the bat. A wicket here also would be a blessing in disguise. Both of them are good, no doubt about it. But they have played a few dot balls in the process, which can be criminal at this juncture. So even if they lose a wicket here of any of these two batsmen who are more correct, more suited to chase down scores where they have 9 runs per over, Prathamesh can be very aggressive. I don't know why he has looked so subdued, but if they get any one wicket, that can also be useful as the new man coming in might hit a couple of sixes on his own, because you guys would have the clear signals what he wants to do, and they might have a couple of more batsmen, young batsmen, who can do the job for them. Jfsc presents 40 plus season 2 match number 2, Richmond versus the Ace Cricket Club. Richmond won the toss, decided to field first, restricted the opposition to 193. 194 is what the target is. They gave away 110 runs in the last, 109 runs in the, not 109, yeah, 109 runs in the last 10 overs. Sachin Matani, he's a good bowler, beautifully bowled. That's great bowling. 11 balls to get 23 runs. If he bowls like this, even if he's hit for a boundary or a sixer, still that would keep somewhere around 12 to 14 runs for his bowling partner. He needs to keep minimum 12 runs. 15 would be match winning if he tries and manages to give less than 7. That is what Prathamesh can do. Play some authentic shots and get runs. $10 balls and 20 runs to win. 10 balls, 20 runs to win. Just short of 11 PM now. And this man is just short of the first victory against a very strong team. One 174 for 4.
Video.
174 for 4, 10 balls remaining to get 20 runs. That is smothered down the ground. Oh, that's a classy hit by Prathamesh Parle. This man does it time and again. He'll start off slowly and he starts smacking the ball around. That's a match winning blow. That's a match winning blow. They just need 14 in the next 9. Still, if he manages to give three runs in the next 3 balls, things would be interesting. He might just lose his wicket here, Prathamesh. Oh, not anymore. That's a long part. It is a 4. 10 needed. 10 needed in the next 8 balls. Sachin has been taken for a few and that was short. And 4 runs. 8 balls. 10 to win. Rishi, if he manages to get anything around 10, he would be in a position to defend that. They have given away 14 in the first 4. 8 balls, 10 to win. He might finish in the next 2 balls the way Prathamesh is hitting the ball. The ball just sat up and was asking to be hit. That will seal the deal. 6 needed in the next 7. Prathamesh Parley has done it for them again. Oh, and with some authentic shots. I was saying they need somebody who can thrash balls, not with proper technical cricket, traditional cricket you can win. In fact, he has shown exactly the opposite. He has got these runs with pure, culturally correct shots and getting closer to a very good victory over one of the strongest teams of the tournament. The match is on. Rishi, 6 runs. He might create some magic. Yesterday it was 6 runs to defend. We had a tie. Will we see the same stuff again with Rishi? Very much on. Six was defended yesterday. In fact, not defended. 5 runs were scored and it was a tie. All 3 results possible. The most likely would be a win for Richmond, courtesy some great play by Jitendra, or if they give less than 5 runs per over, 4, 3, 2, 1, whatever, they will be the first win team to win the young children under 19. 188 for 4. Will Rishi do it again? Six balls, 6 runs to win. It was the same thing which was prevalent yesterday. Lavesh snatched a tie from the jaws of defeat, and Abhishek has every attribute to save 6 runs. Generally, in your system, you get your best bowler bowling the second last over. Since they started him with the 14th over, he has to bowl with on the 20th. And he finishes off in style, does he? Oh, what a catch! What a catch! Amit Singh Kohli. You cannot keep him out of the game. The old man has taken one of the catches of this season. Oh my god, this has to be the highlight. It's worth watching again and again. Would love to see it again. Another replay at least 3 more times today before I go. I was put to sleep because I'm not feeling well, but this catch would woke up anyone. I thought that is the end of the match, but this man had other ideas. Let's have a look at it again and see what exactly happened. रिप्ले नहीं दिला. तो रिप्ले मला माहिती नाही. 188 for 5. 188 for 5. Last 5 balls. 6 to win. Rishi Abhinav is the new man in. Now it won't be that easy. This match might, if he gets a couple of balls dot, they will not win it without a boundary. It is their match to lose from here now. Best part would be take a single, give it to Prathamesh. Prathamesh, what an innings by him. Started off slowly, cautiously, and went berserk in the last 7-8 balls. Rishi, one of my favorites in this kind of amateur league matches. He might be the match winner. Abhinav, 5 balls, 6 runs to win. A dot ball here would make things really interesting. One big hit and they win this one. Richmond, one big hit away, or take it easily, 1-1, and you'll get a bat ball on which you can finish. Everyone's going for it. This is game, set, and match. Abhinav finishes off in style. The new man comes in and finishes off in style. No worries, pressure or no pressure. That is a best shot of the match. Considering the situation, considering the bowler, that is a classy hit. He remains on 49. He won't be bothered about it. Prathamesh Parle, he has played a match-winning knock for his team along with Vikram.